How's it going, YouTube? I'm the Bracket Guy, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 settings on your Windows PC that will help you increase Wi-Fi speed on your computer. So if you're using a router, routers are also included, because I don't know if routers are called Wi-Fi. Yeah, routers are called Wi-Fi. But let's just get right into this video. Okay, so once we're on our desktop, go over to our Windows menu icon and right click on it. So once we right click on it, we're going to find where it says Device Manager and click on Device Manager. So it should bring up our device manager window right here. So I can go ahead and maximize this. So look for where it says network adapter and click on the little drop down icon next to it. So I've clicked on my own and it should bring up this list here. So look for where it says Intel R dual band. So it says with wireless here, and this is pretty much the Wi-Fi. So just go ahead and right click on it and click on properties. So it says device is pretty much working properly, but we need to go over to the advanced. We're going to look for the one that says 802.11a/BG wireless mode. So make sure it's the first, it's probably the first one, but make sure it's on the 802.1. So we'll go over to the value and click on this little drop down icon and make sure it's set to the best one right here. So just going to kind of click on number 6. So it's always the last one that's the best. So just going to click on the last one here and then go over to the next one, that is the 802.wireless. Then we'll move over to the value and make sure this is also set to the AC version. So these little options here might be arranged differently on your device, so just make sure you select the one that ends with AC. So I have my one already set here, so just click on it and then boom. And once you're done with the 802 AC, setting this one up, you're just going to quickly go over to the channel width for 2.4 gigahertz. So click on it and make sure this is in auto and leave it there. Then next, go over to the channel width 5 gigahertz, leave it also on auto. Next, we're going to go over to the fat channel and make sure this is enabled. So go ahead and enable this one right here. And once it is done, we're going to scroll down a little bit to where it says preferred band. So just go ahead and click on preferred band, and it says here no preference, but just go ahead and click on it and make any choice out of these two. But before you get carried away, I'm just going to quickly explain what 2.4 gigahertz band and 5 gigahertz band might mean to you, because it might sound so strange to many of us. But 2.4 gigahertz is simply slower than 5 gigahertz, and 5 gigahertz is obviously faster than 2.4 gigahertz. But the catch here is that 5 gigahertz doesn't do well in longer distance. So if you have your Wi-Fi or your router in a longer distance, you might have to want to go over to the 2.4 gigahertz or leave it in no preference. But 5 gigahertz is pretty much the fastest, but it doesn't do well on a longer distance. So then as for the 2.4 gigahertz, it has high penetration to walls and longer range. So I'm just going to get and select the 5 gigahertz. So you make your choice and let's go. So we're going to go over to the throughput booster and make sure this is enabled and click on it. Make sure it is enabled. So the throughput booster, enable it right away. Next, we are going to go over to the transmit power and make sure this is set to the highest. Okay, so make sure this is set to the highest. Then also, before we forget, the roaming aggressiveness, make sure this is set to either the lowest or minimum. So I'm just going to go ahead and put mine in the middle of lowest and minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and medium low. So leave yours in either lowest or medium low. So what we've actually done is to pretty much make our signal stick to one particular cell tower or one particular signal that is currently on. So medium is good, it's not that bad, but lowest actually makes it stick to one particular signal and it doesn't shake that much. So I had to leave it in medium low because why not? So once I'm done on this page, we now have to go over to the driver section. So on the driver page, we need to make sure that we have at least some of the current or updated driver distance. So mine says 2019. I don't know if it's correct, but yeah, it should be very, very old. I think the latest is around 2022. So if you want to update this, just go ahead and click on this update driver once you have internet connection available. So you should quickly go ahead and click on this update to update yours right away. I'm not connected to the internet. So once we're done on this driver page, we're just going to go ahead and click on OK and then apply all these settings right away. So what I'm going to do next is now go ahead and run a quick speed test for you guys to see whether there is actually changes. Me, I haven't actually checked it out, so I'm just setting this up for this PC for the first time. But if you don't, just make sure you restart your PC, and then once you restart your PC, you can as well go ahead and do your speed test as well. So let's just start the ultimate test now. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page right now and wait for like 2 seconds, and we are getting to 2.1 MBs. We are getting to 2.3. Okay, it's down to 1.9. Oh, 3.2 megabytes per second. No, 5.3. Guys, we could barely cross, I think, 420 kilobytes per second. Now we are at 5.3 megabytes per second. And let's just refresh this again to just be sure that we are at the 5.3 megabytes per second. So let's just refresh. So 5. I'm seeing 7 right now. 8.7. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, subscribe to this channel right now if you want to keep seeing more cool videos like this, and click on any of these 2 videos you see on your screen right now, and hopefully you enjoyed that video. So let's just get right, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
F is from.